Good doggy, good boy.
Look what I have for you. Here you go. Take it. You silly mutt.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings, Master Guard.
Quick. Quick! Go!
Huh? Hey, you!
Who's this that chance has brought my... I'm Peter. But...
Henry, Scalix.
Forgive me, but you don't look...
That I am not.
It's just when you say of...
Well, it's just my way of saying besides. My name doesn't hold a... How did you come by such...
After a fight, my opponents say they want to see for yourself.
You roam the world?
Exactly.
Is that how you make...
I move from village to village, and sometimes I'm asked to lux. Occasionally I get... As long as I'm getting...
You enjoy scaring...
I've nothing against them. After that...
A mountain of muscle for...
Exactly. And there's no harm in pitting your fighting skills against someone now and then. So...
What are the rules?
I have two. One. Always two. Don't...
Pretty simple.
Exactly. Take a sword, a mace, whatever you fancy.
A shield?
Yeah, sure. We stop when one of us is ready.
All right. Let's do it.
Exactly. What are we fighting for?
I have a proposition. If you win, you take the money. If I win, you...
I can tell you how to improve your stamina.
That's my wager.
Ha! I can't... Ah! Fuck me!
That was a good fight.
Good. Very good. Perhaps I'll have better luck next. So, you wanted to know? It's a good idea to start by limbering up and stretching your body a bit. This may sound like cheap.
I'll bear that in mind.
Whoa.
Enough! I give up.
Get on your feet and fight! Ah. God! God! Quick! Go!
Whoa! Whoa!
Greetings to you. What are you here for?
This place used to be a quarry.
No, it was the Hanging Gardens. This is where the stone once the castle. There's nothing left of that.
When did they start building?
Oh, I was but a babe when they started.
What loony were you?
Well, I heard he was a stonemason. The rumour around the village is he and his friends saved their pay for the one who knew where the court. Since then, the other fella, he's gone completely in.
Can you explain to me the?
It's simple. I give arrows or bolts to the archers, and they try to hit. If you hit the outside ring, you get 1 point. The second ring is worth 2 points if you miss, but if you manage to... We've got 3 competition levels. The more experienced...
I'll have a look. Word about the...
Well,
Do we have a deal?
that's all... Finally, thank you, and a good day to you, friend. What would you like?
I'd like to...
Your first time, eh? What's it to be? Long...
I think it's a good day for...
All right. So what do you... Of course, it's tougher against masters.
Nah, I'd rather not get ahead of...
Fine. Of course it ain't...
Hang on. Yeah, here it is.
Wait a while until I get the other... Take up your positions. And loose! The arrow soars, it flies, fuck knows where. The arrow soars, it flies, fuck knows where. What the fuck is wrong with me today? can I do for you?
I'd like to
Again, I suppose you want... What's it to be?
bow.
All right.
Nah, I'd rather...
Fine.
Hang on. Yeah.
Wait a while. Archers, get set. Now!
A shitty 2 points again.
Another point to my name.
The arrow soars, it flies, fuck knows where.
2 more points in the bag.
No, hold on, I nailed it. Who's the greatest of them all? Who, eh?
Hail.
Go! Quick!
You will be fine again.
The Voivod sent me to get his letter.
He sent you to get his precious parchment, but he does so you know that is the very reason why I ran away from there. When they nearly killed my Bohush, only because he's Gajo, if I did not take that letter.
I think you're being unfair to him.
Then why does he not show it? I cannot give him that letter. It is my only guarantee if the magic amulet does not help Bohush.
How come you didn't take the amulet?
Because that does not take it off even when he sleeps. If you give me your word that you will not give letter to Voivod, but try to swap it for amulet, I will tell you where it is.
Then I give you my word. I, Henry of Skalitz, son of a nobleman and squire to Lord Capon.
You do not... I hope Voivod will not try to take it from...
I don't think so. After Gazer's funeral...
Funeral?
Oh, you didn't know. Gazer got into a fight with some woodcutters.
Ay, Devla.
He got caught too, but I managed to get him out.
Sweet Mother of God, my brother. And I damn Voivod and his stubbornness.
You're welcome. I'd rather no one else came to harm.
Now, listen. If you head from here to the right and down the valley, you will come across a spring with a well and a big cache next to it. You will find a small hollow in the trunk covered with bark. That is where It was good to see you, my friend.
So this is the Voivod's letter. Quick! Die!
Good evening. Do you need something?
You must be the local
Ignatius, looking for a final resting place?
none of that. Bonnie from Lower Semine sent me.
From Lower Sem?
A saltpeter pit.
I ain't never heard of nothing like...
Nah, these white crystals for...
Ah, you should have said you're looking for the pit I throw carcasses into. What's all this about? I'm going to go there anyway.
Really?
Not even a chicken scratches in the dirt without hope of reward, though. I have some collections from some Slatigo farmsteads, and I'd be a fool if I didn't use a helping hand. At least one day I can take it a bit
You want me to help you with your grave dig?
Why not? You look...
I have a better idea. You tell me where I can find that pit, and I'll...
I won't... Oh, aye, fresh meat. Now, listen closely. That pit of yours lies at the end of that we'll take together.
So you got meat up?
When I see how much you lot in Lower Semine are interested in it, I'm not, but thanks for the meat. Grave digging is a job like any other. Sooner or and if it wasn't for us knackers, folk would have to deal with their
Of course. I'm just a little worried about what people will say about me when they see... I wouldn't like to lose the honor I've earned as squire.
Don't worry about what people say. So what then? Nice and early. Didn't you understand me? Like I said, be here at daybreak.
I understand. I'm looking for a poacher in this. Have you seen anything?
Not a poacher, I'm afraid, but more wolves than you... It's mighty odd how many of them are one... I wouldn't be surprised if it was down to some slop...
Any idea where I should...
Right behind the cottage, there's a little path lined with boulders leading towards Slatigo. Follow it into the woods and take the Slatigo forest. Ain't that thick? It's nothing but...
Thanks. How's life treating you?
A lot better than it's treating my... Come to think of it, the only thing that pisses me off is the shoemaker's children go... All the young folks these days care about is make...
You got a big cemetery.
Ain't it? But when I'm dead, we're all equal before death.
What's the story with
The story?
But you said there's been a lot of...
Well, it ain't usual for people to get offed by the cartload out here in the sticks if you...
I don't know.
That might be the reason, then. Look, I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just... If things keep up like this, I'll be out of work in no time. There'll be...
Being a gravedigger must be a lonely job.
Funny a young lad like you is so interested in...
Well, I'm only asking.
That figures. Youngsters these...
Are you offering...
No. I'm giving you a warning.
And how do you know that?
You've got that look.
Could you be more specific?
You just aren't cut out for it, and that's that. It's a service.
But seriously,
Gravedigger, knacker.
you've nearly got more titles.
Well, I have been doing it for almost 40 years now. The bailiff pays me well, in coin and sometimes in good.
Sounds appealing.
Not all that glitters is gold, lad. A gravedigger's got it hard, and I pick up dead animals on the side of the road. That's the knacker's job. You could say that's why people say I'm unclean. If I had children, they wouldn't be allowed to marry anyone besides an... It's so ingrained in folk. A fella takes care of things they wouldn't want to handle themselves. Can't even...
Have you been a gravedigger your whole...
I did think about it once, if I'm honest. I wanted to be a knacker in Yitchin, but some fool with friends in high places got the job. That really pissed me off, so I said, fuck it. Why might I want to dig graves for people?
So you've always been here otherwise?
And what of it?
I'm not from these parts, and I've seen a few conciliation crosses.
The same as where you come from, I reckon. They mark spots where the sins of man came to be.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Aye, like when a fella buries an axe in someone's head over something stupid and then comes to regret it. Or if the law sees to it that he regrets, the sinner then has to erect a conciliation cross to mark the...
Where does he get the...
Where do you think?
You're in charge of that too?
I know how to cut a cross out of stone. And what of it? With the soft...
So they're all your work?
I wish. I've only sold 2 or 3 recently. You might find a few stories about them. All I know is a young fella once jumped off the cliffs near Takoff, and folks say...
Do you know any more?
Aye, I do, but I'm not telling you any.
Unfortunately, I had to...
My condolences.
Thank you. I just don't...
Did you witness their death?
Unfortunately.
Oh, I understand that's never easy. But if you closed their eyes and buried them in consecrated ground...
I dug their grave next to our smithy. We didn't have a church.
Well, that can't be avoided sometimes. Don't let it bother you. I'm certain their souls went straight to heaven. You needn't worry. You did everything right, lad.
Have you heard any news?
There's something new every day.
Do you know what happened with the bodies from near the pond?
Who?
Well, you wouldn't know their names. A couple of soldiers that fell there.
Oh, aye. They all ended up in a pit together right by the cemetery. All I got was a yellow waft. Getting 'em out of there was a grind. They was well fed. You could tell right away they was from better...
Yeah, you're right.
Not to worry.
Are you and the herb woman related?
We're not related. We both got some years behind us, and we both unclean in our own ways. Different herb women came to me from time to... What they do with them is... But Bozhena ain't like the others. She's an honest herb. Do you know why they chased...
I do.
There's a place called Limbus Infantium. Make sure you never send anyone there. Not even by accident, like Bozhena did with Yarushek.
Well, I don't think I'll be going into the midwifery. I had to dabble in yours. Buried a young man from the nomad camp.
I know. Don't think I didn't try to get him for myself. He wasn't baptized, so I couldn't bury him in the cemetery. But it gave me a terrible itch. The damned woodcutters left him there.
I buried him in his favourite...
You did well. Don't hesitate to bury... I can tell right away if a fella understands. Didn't you understand? Like I said...
Search.
Run!
Could I have found the Slatigo poacher? I wonder if he's got anything on him. A poacher's dagger. At least that's some proof for the gamekeeper.
Look what I have for you.
Good boy. Good boy. That must be the unfinished cottage Varel was talking about. Look what I have for you. Aye, come here. It looks like the poacher was attacked by wolves in his hideout. He tried to flee. They chased him down. Oh well. I'd better report it to the gamekeeper. I've got some evidence if he wants it.
God bless.
I don't know if...
The dew is still on the... You don't need your horse. I'll stay. In any case, hop on the wagon and Snorter and Dragon... We've got a long journey ahead of us, so get yourself comfortable so your arse won't hurt. So, you say you're from Lower Samine, eh?
Not exactly. I'm not even from this region. I'm only doing some work for the miller.
I remember Crazel when he was still a wee lad. Even then he was a great big smart-ass. When I buried his parents, he was traipsing somewhere through the world. Maybe you heard what they say about Lower Samine round these parts. Crazel don't sell short measure, not that. He looks out for his reputation, but his helpers have been seen often in the villages after dark, looking fishy. Or during the day, in the pillories. Don't that bunny of yours belong to that gang too?
Bonnie's an honest girl, and her friend Zinnek is too. Crazel only sent them to scrape saltpeter off the walls of the sties, so that's just what they've been doing. From what she told me, they had nothing else in mind.
Lower Samine's a thorn in the side for a lot of folk. Some on account of the competition. Some is just rubbed up the wrong way by that Crazel. Either way, all they need's the slightest excuse to grab their pitchforks. Go and grab the miller and shove his face right in his own millstone. Yeah! Yeah! Whoa, boys! Whoa! Come on. Come on! Are you deaf? Oh, they're acting stubborn again. Now listen, Henry. Here on the left side, you'll see the ruins of a cottage that's been abandoned for a few years.
I can't see a thing through those bushes.
You'll go and have a close look. Don't worry. I have a trap set inside the cottage. I wanted to lure a wolf into it, but that didn't work out. There's a deer rotting there unnecessarily. So hop in there and bring it to the wagon. Finally. At least we're not blocking the road too much.
Oh, Jesus, what a stench. Better quickly throw it in a sack and take it back to the wagon.
Hey, drop that right now and get over here.
What's going on, Ignatius?
I'm trying to explain to these fellas we've got nothing to do with They should go to lower
Two stinking pieces of shit was sneaking around our sties and cellars and lining their purses with some scruffy and dunger. You must be Scruff.
I'm Henry, and those,
Like I said, if it's rotten, a passion for knacking is the only thing.
Is that so?
Take a good look at me. Do I look like a thief? Or more like a commonplace, maybe just At this rate, you can blame any old peasant who's grimy.
I don't know. I don't reckon.
Ask around about me and you'll find out everyone knows. So enough talk and let's...
All right, we'll be going then. But if you happen to run in...
Of course.
You can count on it.
Glad to. Let's go, fella. Maybe...
You want to keep going or not?
Not much left for it.
Hopefully our luck will hold out and we'll only be... The next farm's just up ahead. Don't worry. That was just a kind of little favor for me. Now we'll help the locals here in Jdar with their carcasses.
So far, I've just carried sacks. I already did that for the miller.
Yesterday, the good wife from that farm came and told me both their pigs died. So we'll scoop them up and haul them off. I mean, you scoop them up and haul them to my cart. She says it was a curse. There was a flash of lightning, the pigs started trembling, squealing and puking, and then keeled over and dropped dead.
And then Satan himself appeared in the sky. Happens all the time.
It ain't my first day doing this job, so I could see right off them pigs had been poisoned. The good wife swore them pigs were happy as, well, pigs in shit. She said they even let them go to a nearby stream to have a wallow. It flows here through the forest on the right. Since we're here, you ought to go and take a look around there. Check how clear that spring really is.
All right. I'll see what's going on there.
And I'm going to enjoy having a helper. At least for one day. Maybe I'll roll around in the grass here with Snorter and Dragonfly. Yeah!
I'd rather go back to sacks of flour.
That'll all be over today.
God reward you for it.
God don't reward me much, but I'll probably get something from the bailiff for hauling.
Well, I wish you and your helper lots of luck today. May God bless you.
You too. You too.
I'd rather go back to sacks of flour.
Get over here so we can carry on.
Pigs came here to drink. Where to now? I can smell something upstream. too far from Ignatius. I should get back, so he doesn't leave without me.
It really wasn't a curse. They're a rotting heart. No wonder the pigs caught.
Well, what do you know? I'll give you a hand. It'd take you all night on...
I took care of the carcass.
Nice work,
Yeah, you'd eat that. They've been lying there.
but nicely in the cold. Let's keep going. Seeing as how you don't obey me, you're surely horsing around today. So far it ain't that bad, eh? You don't have to take down no hanged man or bury an unbaptized child.
Oh, ever since I started working for the miller, all I did was carry sacks. The sack makers here in the region must live like kings. Of course, it could be a lot worse.
I like having to carry sacks full of thistles. Now listen to me closely. You won't be carrying anything at the next farmstead. Instead, you'll have to make one carcass there. See, the work of a knacker ain't just about clearing away dead animals. Now and then, you've got to put down some creature, so it don't suffer. Or, like today, to put it down so everyone around it don't have to suffer. In this case, we're talking about a dog.
Well, what can I do? But I doubt I'll feel good about it.
That cur belongs to the greengrocer, Weiser. I've heard they're both pretty fierce. Don't draw too much attention to yourself at the farmstead. I'll give you some Aesop potion to drink first, and some meat and bane. Soak the meat with the poison and throw it to the dog. He'll probably be locked in a pen somewhere. As soon as it's done, we'll disappear before anyone notices anything. I got paid well for it from the neighbors, so don't fuck it up for me. Lazy bones. Yeah! Yeah! Lazy bones. Fucking rain.
Oh, Sakra. The dog isn't here. The door's open. Where did he run off to? Barking. It's coming from over there.
Henry, how come you're here?
Bonnie?
What are you doing?
The gravedigger wants me to...
Jesus!
Well, what else can I do? You're the one who... You just tactfully neglected to mention that when you and Zinnek were acting as his hands, you robbed half the house.
Shit.
This is all I have left to do before he takes me...
And couldn't you find the pit without that? Just take a look at that poor... I'd like to keep him in place of my poor dead sniffer.
You surely... Your poor creature is terrorized...
It's not the animals. When Zinnek and I were here last, I saw how old Vysarik treats. He doesn't give him food. He abuses him. With him, you wouldn't kill a dumb creature just because it's...
Well, you don't have to convince me. Ever since the gravedigger told me to do it, I've been trying to figure out how... If you want to take him, I won't stop...
You're a much better Christian than I... I'll take him to the lair. We'll meet there.
Hurry off now, before someone sees us together.
Come on now, boy. You'll like it in the lair.
Greetings to you.
It's taken care of.
Taken care of?
The dog is dead.
Dead, eh? And what are you...
Well, I did it exactly how you told...
Oh, aye.
I dipped the meat in poison.
So, it all went how it should. He's done for, the beast. Let's go before we...
So this is it?
Slowly, boy. Death always deserves respect.
But there's hardly 3 heaps here. Is this really it? Are you yanking my pizzle again?
Of course not true. It used to be, but then I found out when you pile up carcasses in smaller pits and throw some wet hay between them, it all rots better. And the better it rots, the more nitre you'll have.
I won't. I'll just tell Crazel where... I don't know if he'll take something away.
Now that would be a...
Well, I reckon I'm delaying the inevitable. I'll still have to taste it.
You're going to taste...
It's the only way I can be...
God's nails. Wait a moment. I've got a reward for you. Just so's you don't take it as a thanks for your help.
Settle down in Troskowitz.
Here's something that'll definitely either with me or somewhere else.
Thanks.
Taste it then. Get to it. This I have got to see.